Good evening, this is Cindy and welcome to my channel. Tonight we're going to try something a little bit different. I saw this on Natasha's channel for treasure books. A long time ago I watched her do this, and then yesterday I was watching a video from a woman who was talking about how she stores her scraps, and I thought, I need to dig out that old concept of doing something in 15 minutes and just 15-minute crafting. Just take your scraps, do something with it for 15 minutes. So my timer is now on for 15 minutes. This is a very old kitchen timer. We're going to put that there and let it do its thing. And I have pulled out my browns, and I have all of these different browns, and I'm going to just see what comes of it. That makes a nice base. So we'll pull that out for a base. That's a little bit gray, a little bit different color base. We'll pull that one out for a base. I have this sparkly paper, which I really like. So we're going to use maybe some of that. I have this strip that has come to hand. I have this handmade paper that is actually from the Dollar Tree. So we'll see what comes of that. And then these are they're brown, but they're on the purple side of brown. Brown and purple can be very close. So we're not going to use those at the moment. There's a piece of something that has gotten in the wrong way. And here is, I'm just seeing some interesting pieces. That has a butterfly on it, and looks like it was part of something that I used at one point. And then this has a really cool texture. There's that brown paper again. Let me pull that out. This is a sheet with some really cool texture. I'm going to set those aside. And these are the browns that I'm going to use today. I also have my bigger scraps. These are a lot of we'll throw that in there. That's, what the heck. We'll keep it out and we'll see what happens with it. I'm pulling out brown. There's a little bit of that kind of paper. There's a little bit of craft paper. So there are those. In here I have some of this that has writing on it. I don't want that particular piece. Maybe I'll grab that piece. That was from the photograph. If you were paying, if you watched one of my other videos. Ooh, there's a little bit of craft paper, some other little pieces. I don't know what that's from, but we're going to leave it as it is. And I want to grab a few book pages. Actually, I'll just grab out one book page out of here. This is my pile of book pages. Let me just grab one. That one's not very good. Oh, here we go. Here's the dictionary page. We'll pull that out. So in 2 minutes, I have managed to gather together all of the materials that I might choose to use for a couple of journal cards. And I think I'm going to cut these down. These are both, let's see, that one is, I got to do it this way. 6.5 by 4.5. I know it's an odd size. So if I cut 6.5 down to 3.25, that's 3.25. That's not quite right. 3.5. That's not right either. So 3, they must be 6 inches, and I just didn't have it set right. So there we go. No, they're still not even, but that's okay. Also, this particular one is faded at the top. So there we go. We now have 4 bases, and we have a bunch of stuff to play with here. I like this material. I don't know that that's going to rip real well. I think I'd rather rip this instead and put this on. Oh, that's definitely a nice thick paper. Okay, that's too much of it. So maybe something like that, something like this, but it needs something dark behind it. I have this nice little piece. I almost think I'd like it like that. I don't want to spend too much time on that. And then I have this one too, which could also work as something. I'm trying to find my footrest here. Okay, let's start with the craft paper. I got this big craft paper. I'm going to just kind of tear it roughly. And since it makes a nice corner, I'm going to stick it right up in the corner. And maybe I'll stick this one down in this corner. And put, I like the ragged edge on that one. We'll put that so it goes there. Oh, that might make a nice pocket. It's obviously the top of a grocery bag. Okay, that's an extra piece. That's going to go in back in my box because I don't want that one. All right. So now I have craft paper. We've got 10 minutes, and I'm going to see what I can make in 10 minutes. What I liked about the way Natasha talked about this was the fact that you really just need to create something, anything. Once a day, get into your craft room and create. Put the timer on, create for 15 minutes, just so you don't feel like you have wasted your day. And like I said, it is evening here in the Finger Lakes, and I have not wasted my day. I've been pretty busy much of the day, but I certainly have not been in the craft room, and I would like to be. So that's what I'm doing right now. I am in my craft room for 15 minutes to see what will come of what I'm doing. I have all of these, that whole box. You saw that whole box of brown. I have one for every color. Blue, purple, my whites and blacks are in together. Reds, oranges and yellows are in together. I have all of these different pieces. And I did that when I first started scrapbooking. That piece didn't quite settle down as well as I'd like it to. I did that when I first started scrapbooking because I wanted to keep my colors organized. I'll take that and get that white stripe out of there because I don't want the white stripe. So let me throw that back in there. I might use it for something. I might not. Kind of like how that fits there. Okay. I find with the timer going, I am working really fast. That's kind of the point, isn't it? It's to see what you can create quickly. And use up some of the scraps that you have left over. See the lines on this, this was a piece that I cut off of another piece, and I guess a piece that I cut off of another digital. There we go. Get rid of that. Makes it a little bit easier to see. Well, I am finding that when I'm trying to work this quickly, I don't have as much to say because I'm too busy thinking or watching and seeing what happens and what comes out of what I have. These are from I just think I want to layer them in. That's upside down. I would have to have my writing go all the same way. This was from some I did some printing on this paper. I printed a whole bunch of labels. Okay, or do I want it up here? I don't know where I want that yet. But I printed a whole bunch of labels and then I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with them. Okay. Okay, that's not sticking. So obviously we're just creating some journal cards today just to see what comes up, and I did not glue that one down, but I do like it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. I like the odd shapes. The odd weirdness of it. Okay, I really like this piece. I don't know. I'm still not sure what I want to do with that. Okay, that's a piece that I can get rid of. I have this little bit of photograph that came from, that might be my focal point. So I'm going to save that. And I have this beautiful texture paper. This is embossed. I do not have an embosser as of yet. It is on my Christmas wish list, so we'll see. But before I can do anything, my daughter is getting married in a week and a half. That's why I was busy today. We were doing some things for the wedding today. A little bit of shopping for the reception. And I have to give it to her. She is, the two of them together are planning this whole reception. They're doing all of it themselves. And we're helping financially with it, but they're doing all the work. And I told her, you know, on that day, it's got to be your day. Yours and Eric's. You can't keep doing everything. You have to let us do it. Isn't that cool? I really like, I hope that's, the camera's picking that up so that you can see the shine on that. That's really neat. I like that. Do I want to put some more here? I might just use this on all of it because I think it's so cool. This was another Dollar Tree find. And what's really cool is I can decide which way I want to use the pattern, or which, because it's, you know, it's embossed. So I can go with that side up, or I can go with that side up. Okay, I'm going to set those two aside for a minute. Actually, you know what, I'm down to 3 minutes left on my timing. So I have to make some choices here. I've got this little bit of book page. I'm trying to do too many things all at once. Get rid of that over there. Because I'm trying to do too many, I should probably have just said, you know what, you're going to do one. You can do one. And try to get one finished in 15 minutes. I keep going back to this paper. I think maybe I want a smaller piece of it. 2 minutes and counting. I don't know if you can hear my timer. Ooh, that kind of lifted up a little bit, and that is trying to come out. So you know what? We're just going to do a little bit of this right over the top, and that will glue that right back in. Okay, I'm going to make that edge a little bit torn, and I'm going against the paper grain. Paper has a grain, doesn't it? And if you're going against it, it's harder to make it work. Now it's sticking to me. There we go. Okay, so we're going to glue this down, and then I'm going to put a little bit more glue over the top of that. Nope, it fell right off. Oh, and there's my time. I am done. Hang on, let me get my rose petal or whatever that is that's supposed to go in there. Oh my glory, I'm sticking to myself all over the place. I don't know that this is going to stick. But anyway, there's my 15 minutes, and I have learned a great deal. I've learned that in 15 minutes you can create one card, not 4, and that you need to focus a little bit more on just one thing for 15 minutes. All right. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications for every time I upload a video. And if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and please talk to me. What are some things that you'd like to see? What are some things that you have learned from your own craft journeys? What I learned was you can't, in 15 minutes, forget trying to do 3 of these. Focus on 1. All right, I'm going to play around just a little bit more because now I got this thing going with me. I'm going to turn my camera off, however, and I will see you soon. This is Cindy signing off. Quick PS, I took another 15 minutes. I finished off this card, and without that ticking clock, I was a lot calmer and was able to finish off another journal card. So it took me approximately half an hour to do both of these, and I'm really kind of thrilled with how they came out. Just a little bit of fuzz on that one there, because there we go. 15-minute crafts. I think it's important to get into the craft room every day and just create something. Gives you that sense of accomplishment, and this was all done from scraps. Okay, play safe. Now I'm really signing off.